All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. Woo-wee. All right. Didn't even realize it, but we getting real close to the end of the month. Trying to pull all this stuff in. They also didn't realize that a lot of folk ain't still sent their money out to me, so I'm still trying to pull that in. Man, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Just trying to get that money and trying to get it in. But it's slowly coming in. I mean, it's money that ain't coming in till next month. And this is part of the reason why I always share with y'all. And thank y'all for hitting the like button, sharing and subscribing, joining the channel. But this is why I always say you got to just keep working because, it's hard when you're doing 30-day net 30, net 45, net 60, sometimes net 90. It's almost like the month that you're working you're not even working to get paid for the next month. It's the month after. It's stuff that probably I got to go back and check still coming in from December and early January or late January. It's just, that's how it is. And but you just got to keep plugging away. That's all I can say. You got to keep plugging away. You got to, do what you got to do and watch your expenses and stuff. And that's why I think for new notaries, you're brand new in this business, you should not just be out here spending all your money on every piece of training out there when you're not making money, because that puts stress on you that you done put all this money out and you're not getting anything immediately back. Or you can make money, but it's not to the level that you desire because of how much you've had to put out, and you're trying to get a quick return on investment. So it's just about being smart, being a smart business owner, and being careful about how you're spending, your startup money. And a lot of people have put too much startup money into a lot of business, but more so into this business, and it's backfiring on them. Just to be honest with you, it really is. It's backfiring on them, and it is causing some issues within families, because your spouse is trying to support you and you don't put out all this money, but you're not making any money. Or you could be making money, but you're sitting here telling them, nah, that ain't good enough. And they're like looking at you like, how is that not good enough? And then you don't even really have an answer for it. You're just like, it's just not good enough. And they're like, that ain't good enough. You telling me it's not good enough. We need to bring in some money. So, and I never wanted to have that discussion with my wife. So that's part of the reason why I work into this day. I don't want her to be like, oh, okay, I got to grab me something to eat. I hadn't eaten anything. Go over here to Chick-fil-A, get me some hash browns. Cause, I need something to put in my stomach. I wish I could get me some fries. But I never wanted to have that kind of conversation with my wife. I had, at the point in which I'm coming into this business, I've been around long enough to know what kind of conversations I should and should not be having with my wife. And that is one that I do not want to have with my wife, that, oh, there's money that you could be making, but you're not. Why? And then I don't have a good valid no, I don't even want to go down that road, and I wasn't even going to talk about this, but it popped in. Y'all hold on for one. I'm gonna put this on pause and order my food, and I'll be right back. All right, back to y'all. So that's the conversation I did not want to have with my wife. I mean, not saying that you don't have conversations about bills and stuff like that, but I didn't want to have a conversation about why you're not out here working. You hear my notifications going off, unless you always got them on silent, which is counterproductive, but you got notifications going off and you're not doing any work. How many assignments did you get? And then if you got to sit here and show your spouse that you got 15, 20 notifications today, but you took none, you didn't even reply to any, that doesn't make for a good relationship, to be honest, especially if if they're making the same sacrifice with you for putting out money, and then you're not doing anything in return. So this is why, sorry about that, I'm real big on just getting out here and working and everything will fall in line. You know, I know some of y'all got to talk to your creditors and let them know, hey, the money's coming, this, that, and other. And that's a hard pill for some people if you never had to do that you actually got to talk to somebody and make payment arrangements and like, okay, well, I don't have it this month, but I have it at the beginning of that next month. Or you finally get a surprise and then here's a couple of checks and now you can pay those folk and all this, that, and the other. So I get it.
Good?
Yep. All right, my man, doing good. And I had a water. Oh, okay, cool. Should have said so. Give me all of the stuff at the same time. I still gotta wait on water. And I forgot to put water in here with me. So I don't know how long it take to get a bottle of water.
Hey, yeah, you have a great day.
All right, thank you, my man. Oh, they just gave me a cup of water. Okay, well, that saved me some money. Did they charge me for that water? Okay, perfect. They didn't bet. Unless they don't have any bottled water. Okay, bet. All right, now on to my next appointment. But yeah, so I get it. You know, I've talked to people, and yeah, for some folk, they've never really had to talk to a creditor. That's a hard pill to swallow for some folk, and everything. But I'm saying all of this to say, really hadn't expected to say all of what I'm saying now, from the standpoint of you got to get out here and work, because now they're talking about with the feds saying they might not do the rate change or any kind of rate cuts until possibly June. So now before they was talking about 7, 8, 9, 10 rate cuts, and now they're talking about maybe 3. And then the first one happening in June. And I mentioned that to y'all. I told y'all May might be the earliest. March will be super, super early. But for a while, it was looking like June. Just straight up. They're like, yeah, June. It's going to be in June, the rate cut. And oh, sorry about that. Love them hash browns. But yeah, so they talking about June when you getting your first rate cut. Some of y'all got to be able to hang in there. And that's why I've been working my butt off the way I have, because, you know, I'm believing that things are going to change for the positive this year. But till then, I'm not going to just sit back and be like, well, I ain't going to take that order. I ain't going to take that. Forget them. Because when June come, or really what some of y'all would like, when March and May come, well, March, April, and May come, oh, yeah, we're going to be pop. Right now, they talking about June. So that's when the first rate cut hits. But then the effects of it doesn't happen probably for like 3 to 4 weeks after it, before you actually see the effects of it. So I think the date of this video, which is the 20th of March 2024, they supposed to be doing their meeting. And so it's going to be interesting. You know, it really is. It's going to be interesting. But this is why I'm sharing with y'all. You got to go out here and just work this business. Yes, it's hard out here. Things are tight. It's stressful. You didn't expect this. You weren't prepared for a lot of this stuff. For the way that you see that you got to operate with this business. You wasn't prepared for it. You know, nobody talked to you about that in your training. You know, you spent $400 or $500 on training and nobody said this kind of stuff. And if they did, you probably just ignored them or they downplayed it. Because if people talked about it honestly, you would have been like, you know what? I'm not going to mess with that. That's too risky. It's too risky. I don't know how many people talk to y'all about getting paid net 30, net 60, net 90. And this is why so many people want to work direct, because they're like, oh, you work direct, you'll get paid instantaneously. Not necessarily. Not all the time. Some of them, some directs I have, they pay once a month. Some directs I have, they'll pay, twice a month. They have a process and a schedule, and that's how it is. So, and then they say, well, I do general notary work, and to get paid good money for general notary in some cases, most people are doing what? Overcharging. They are overcharging the general public. That's how they are getting over and making money, by overcharging people. So that becomes a problem. Then when the consumers can't pay those high fees, then what? So we just got to work. I'm encouraging y'all to not look for something magical to just happen, but to actually be purposeful in going out here and working your business. Don't just look for some kind of training or some kind of video or something that's just going to tell you the nuggets, the secrets and stuff. I saw this video of some doctor lady telling this young guy, how to get people on social media, and just basically, just baiting people along. Yeah, don't give them everything. Just give them a little nugget here and a little nugget there. Just give them a little bit and everything. And the thing is, and then it's like, yeah, keep giving them the little nuggets. And then, bam, you hit them with selling that course. Then they can buy this and buy that. And it's like right now, I think if you are somebody who has something, information and content, you need to just get it out there to the people and help the people out. And they'll remember you. You got to be able to just give it to them. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just like, here's the information, because I need y'all to start making money. I need y'all to start moving forward. I'm going to do what I do to make money. But see, when you have people who aren't going to do that business, when you have people who are just going to sell courses and things of that nature, they can't have you just getting information and then going out there and working it. They need to keep you strung along. They need you constantly paying a little here and a little there, a little here and a little there. And if you can afford to do that, that's great. There's some things that I pay for on a monthly basis to get information and all of that. But I'm out here working the business, but I'm not solely depending on that information to get me to the next level. There's certain things that I have access to. I'm like, all right, cool, got it. But I'm out here doing what I need to do. And until you get to that point of being willing to do it for yourself, you're going to be struggling, because you're constantly just on the look for somebody. You constantly are. Every time you come across somebody, every time you see a video, every time, oh, he looks good and she looks good and they sound so professional and they seem so together, and oh yeah, and they're hitting those pain points. And I talked about this a couple of years ago. They're hitting those pain points. They know what the pain point is for you, what you're struggling with, what you're stressed out about. Yeah, you really need to know this, and you really need this. And here's the top 10 signing services, and here's the top 10 directs. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. They never say that, because they don't know who's in your area. They always talk about the top 10 signing companies. And it's interesting. I just thought about this. For a lot of these people who've taken training from so-and-so and so-and-so, y'all know who, they always, for these people to talk about going direct, they always got videos about what's the top 10 signing companies, or who the best signing company is. They never talk about who's the best direct, at least for their area. Uh-oh, that was the popo. Okay, they ain't paying me no mind. But that's the question. Gotta look at this map, see where I'm going at next. But that's the question. Hold on. Let me get behind the popo. That way I ain't got to worry about them seeing what I'm doing over here. But that's the question. Everybody keeps talking about the top 10 signing companies, but yet they talk smack about the signing companies. And even that one particular person that I did a video who was talking all that smack about, how much they didn't like about the fees, but yet you're telling everybody, here's the signing company. I thought signing companies were trash. You see what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, that's interesting. You're always talking smack about signing companies, but then you want to do videos about which signing companies are the best. And if somebody's doing that, you then got to ask them, what was the criteria that you used to rate them? What is your rating? What did you rate it? And if the rating is just based on, well, they pay me. Okay, well, a lot of people pay you. Or if they're paying everybody $200, then okay, that's great. But are they doing business in everybody's area? Because if they're not doing business in everybody's area, then That doesn't do any good. That doesn't do anybody any good. Okay, going to the Panera Bread. I know why I'm going there. You see what I'm saying? So that's just a side thought. But irregardless of whether these people put videos out about who's the top 10, this, the top 5, that, what's the best, this, and everybody's all caught up in, I want the best. You ain't even got the money for the best, and you're not even doing your best, but you want somebody to give you their best. You want somebody to give you their best money, but you can't even give them the best service in doing your job as a notary, correct? You see what I'm saying? So y'all got to stop getting caught up into that. Just go out here, work this business, make the money you need to make to take care of you and your family, and go from there. Because things are going to get tighter, and now they're talking about only 3 rate cuts. So talking about June, and then after that, when's the next 2 going to be? You see what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Hold on, let me put this on pause. All right, I'm back. Ended up having to make a left turn, and the police was behind me, so I didn't want them trying to hem a brother up. All right, but that's the thing. So we just got to get out here and work. I'm serious. If you're willing to do that, fine. Which means when the opportunity comes, you got to be willing to hop on it. Additionally, it's like, well, you're not seeing opportunities. I get that. So that means you got to present yourself better, or maybe things have changed and have a serious downturn in your market and all of that, so that's a whole nother thing. And I'm still trying to figure that one out for everybody. I'm still trying to figure out, okay, how to, what's the plan for when, an area market has gone down for is the real estate, and all of that. So that's a whole nother discussion in and of itself that I can't have right now. And I'm still trying to figure that one out for us, trying to figure that one out. And that's a hard one. That is truly a hard one, when you're just not getting any work at all, in your area. That's a hard one. That is a hard one, and ain't too many what you can do. But I mean, it's like, if people ain't buying, they ain't buying. If, investors are running the price up on stuff and this, that, and the others, you just have to take what you can get sometimes. And that sometimes happens here in my area. I just take what I can get, and I just roll with it. But then the next day, things pop. The next week, things pop. After that, it gets slow. Then it pops up, then it pops down. I mean, you just got to be mentally tough and ready for all of what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And everything that we're going through in this business is a part of business. There's some highs, there's some lows, and you have to be able to navigate it. And even if you feel you're completely prepared for it, you can still get turned upside down because something else changed. So you're like, yeah, I'm prepared for it. But then all of a sudden, you're not getting paid as fast as you were. Or the rates go down, but you're getting paid when you was fast like you want, but the fees are less. You see what I'm saying? Or there's more effort that you got to put out. The paper costs more, the ink costs more, all of these things, So there's a lot of different things that you think you're prepared for, but you might not be, and you still got to be resilient in it. So if you're willing to be resilient, then cool. If you're not, then as always, you're going to have to find something else to do. You can't dummy down the business so you can say, I'm on top. I have no ability to do what it takes to be on top. So I need everything to fall apart so I can be on top. That's not how business works. It's not. That's not sustainable in any way, shape, or form. Well, I'm getting ready to get going here and do my next appointment. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace.